Thank you for watching EVH Gear Discussion. Brought to you in part by VanHalenStore.com. Please be sure to subscribe.
Hey everyone, Eric Broadbent here. Welcome to a What's in the Mail edition of EVH Gear Discussion. This episode is being brought to you in part from my sponsors, VanHalenStore.com and Simple Signs and Graphics. Hope everyone's doing well on this Thursday afternoon. It is cold and rainy and miserable here in Ontario, Canada, and not liking it one bit. It's kind of taking its toll on me as well, too. A little bit of a mailbox unboxing today. A couple nice packages come in from what you can see back here. I'll just say hello to the friends over in the chat before I start this as well. We got Bag Cereals joining, asking what kind of goodies we've got. And Bag Cereals also says, just ordered my girlfriend a new Seagull Entourage acoustic. I believe they are made in your neck of the woods. Amazing looking guitars and playing guitars built like a tank. Yes, you're correct on that. They are made here in Canada, Montreal, Quebec, I believe. Beautiful, beautiful guitars. You'll definitely like that guitar. Quentin James is joining, Sinner. Actually, I'm looking forward to hanging out with Sinner this weekend. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. Poison Ivy, my beautiful counterpart here and serious contributor to the show, joining us, saying good afternoon. Bag Cereals, what's up, guys? Cutter Savage, what's up, everyone? And Cutter Savage says, nice shirt. Cutter Savage, I should send you a check for that because you know what? If you look in the description of this video, you can get this exact same very shirt. I have put a link to it in the description. Get it to today for yourself or for a gift. VanHalenStore.com. Check it out. All right, so let's get right into the boxes. One I was kind of hoping for. I was expecting to see sometime this week. The other one I had no clue about as far as what was coming or when it was coming. I know who it's from, but I don't know what's in it, which is pretty cool. So let's get right into it. Phoenix Rivers jumping in, saying howdy. And Senator saying, yeah, the weather here is the same. It's killing his back and leg. Yeah, anybody that has any kind of back problems or arthritis type things, when you get the cold and dampness like this, it just, especially when you get to be my age and our age, whatever, it really has its havoc on you. And yeah, Jamie Trevino. And actually there's another fellow as well that I'm going to be spending some time with this weekend. And again, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag on that yet, but I will discuss it before I end this broadcast. Saying, hey guys, Randy Clarkson, hello Eric. It's cold and rainy here in Michigan as well. All right, so let's get into it right now. Let's grab the top one here. And let's have a look. I am very accident prone too, so if you ever see me taking extra time here when I'm doing unboxings, especially with a razor sharp knife, it's for the sole fact that if accidents can happen, they probably will happen with me. They probably will. And I really don't want to slice off a guitar finger. All right. Oh, fantastic. This is what I was thinking it was. This is from the good team at Strymon. So I'll tell you what this little piece is here in a moment. Put that down, packing slip. This is great. So you've been talking about this pedal board project for the past while. And speaking of which, can you see behind me? I've got 5 cameras set up here today, including a GoPro inside the actual idea bench back there. I'm doing a special video today, shooting for it. And as a matter of fact, I was waiting for a part for it as well, too. This is the Strymon OJ. This is going to be inside that idea bench. Looks like the hood of my Camaro, doesn't it? Doesn't it look pretty cool back there? I'm not sure if you can see it very well. But actually, I got to cut this off here as well, too. This is going to be pretty awesome. So this is a big, big thank you to not only Strymon, especially Strymon for sending this to me, but also to Jody Page at Peddle Snake and Rick and Joanna over at Idea Bench. This is a project I'm working with the 3 of these company executives to put together a really cool package. And you'll be surprised some of the other artists that are we're working with together. It's going to be a pretty big flagship thing. Nice Strymon sticker. It's going to have to go up on the EVH Gear Discussion banner back there, which I have to adjust so you can see it. Very, very nice. Holy cow, this thing is tiny. No wonder. This is awesome. Here it is. This little cube is going to be the brains, and I can see how that's going to nicely fit, tucked very nice and neat in the idea bench. Let's have a look at it. Now, I believe, if I'm incorrect in saying this, I will correct it in the description below after the fact, but I believe this is going to be 24 volt coming in through the pedal snake, and it'll come to this, and it's going to send 9 volt out. So there we go, 9 volt out, all the way across. You've got your 20, yeah, I was correct, 24 volt in. I'll try to show you a little closer. So there you go. OJ by Strymon. Okay, then all your 9 volts. Okay, so one thing that's nice about this is you get your traditional AC power cord like you'd have on a typical amplifier or computer of the sort. Then it breaks down into one of these. Actually, hang on, there's a power supply inside that actually will convert it. Makes actually a heck of a lot more sense. See if I can open this up carefully. Just like a converter or whatever you want to call it. Oh, Eric Sands is joining us as well from Positive Grid. Fantastic, buddy. And I know I've missed a few other people jump back over there as well. Okay, so there you go. Your traditional AC in, 24 volt out, all right, like that. And then to your 24 volt in on the OJ. Okay, there you go. And then off to the pedals. Now the cool thing about these things, you can daisy chain these all together to other additional OJ units. And what you saw with these little adapters here, this, I only have one at this point, one pedal on the board that's 18 volt. That's the MXR flanger. Now that being said, there's other pedals I could use if I wanted to in an 18 volt environment, like the EP booster. I can use from Exotic. I can use that in an 18 volt environment. Or the Friedman BE overdrive that can be run at either 9 or 18 volt. So what this does is there's two 9 volts. What that'll do there is you're going to couple two of those to two 9 volt outputs, and then now that's sending a true 18 volt to that particular pedal. So that's what I'm going to be using in conjunction with the EVH flanger. So this is awesome. This thing is very, very nice. I mean, it's sad because it's so well built and it's a pretty looking unit. I'll never get to see it. I just know it's going to be working. It's going to be hidden inside my idea bench under the hood. But as going to be many times, I'm probably going to pop open that hood back there just to show off some of the goodies that are in there. So thank you, Strymon. I appreciate this immensely. Thank you, Jody Page at Peddle Snake, and Rick and Joanna at Idea Bench. It's the whole family here now, which is really awesome. So I'm going to carefully put this down, and I'm going to very proudly put that Strymon sticker up on the banner back there. It's going to look great. Okay, I put it over here. All right, so before I go on to the next box, I'm going to just go over and say hi to everyone that's in the chat because I'm missing a bunch of people there for sure. So let's see if we can catch back up. All right. And pardon me if I sound a little short of out of breath. This cold, like I said, that's coming on here is I'm not feeling sick by any means, but a little under the weather. So left off at the nice shirt. Yeah, so 78 in Louisville, Quentin James is saying, boy, oh boy, that'd be great. So Senator is saying he's having some trouble there with the back and legs. Phoenix River saying howdy. Jamie Trevino's. Randy Clark, cold in here in Michigan. Bag cereal's real crappy here in Michigan. Cutter says, nice, I'll send my address for that check. No problem. Do you take the PayPal? And that's a really good one with Senator saying, Poison, you better get Eric one of those kids' knife. Yeah, like something like you're using to cut a pumpkin with for Halloween or it's in kindergarten. I'm probably safer with one of those. This thing, I hate to break down a bit, spend good money on a knife. I think I spent $25 or $30 on this thing. If that's insane on a knife, but this thing's like a tank. It's solid as heck. You can cut through like friggin' steel with it. Eric Sands is saying hello from Atlanta. That's awesome, Eric. And Eric's coming on the show again soon, too, talking about some new developments at Positive Grid. There's a couple new pedals they've got out now as well, along with all the software. Very, very much eagerly looking forward to that episode. Let me see. Bag Zero says, nice. Strymon makes the best. Yeah, they make some really good stuff. And I learned a lot from Strymon, from my friend Henning Pauly. He's a real big fan of Strymon, and he's a great YouTuber and kind of a mentor of mine as well too on the show. Speaking of which, he's going to be back on my show probably next week, and then I'm going to hop over on his channel and do some stuff as well. Looking forward to that. And they can be a little pricey, so yeah, he says just pricey. And the thing is, sometimes with these pedals, it is hard to justify some pricing sometimes, but some of the pedals, when you buy them, you'll probably only buy them once in your lifetime. So if you justify the price over the length of time that you're going to have them, not too bad. Let me see here. Jamie says, what are your plans for Saturday? I'm playing Youngers and Romeo Saturday night. Oh, okay. I thought you were coming with us, but I thought you were off that night. But I guess I'll say what we're doing on Saturday. Dave Friedman from Friedman Amplifications hosting an event over in Michigan. He's got his good friends in the band Seduce playing. Who, if you follow some of my friends or friends on Facebook, they probably saw me posting a couple pictures when I interviewed Dave Friedman at NAMM. There, Dave and Chuck from Seduce were there and got to meet those guys. Very, very cool. And they're playing. So Dave invited me. He said, come on over as my guest and, check out the show, whatever. I'm going to be doing some photography. And he said, bring some of your friends. So I've got a good friend, Darren Moore, coming. Sinner here in the chat. He's coming as well, too. Jamie Trevino, I thought I was bringing you as well, but if you can't make it, that's totally fine. And good friend Jerry Leica may be attending as well too. So it's going to be a real fun event. Looking forward to meeting up some of the fans of the show and Facebook friends at the event as well too. So it'll be nice. I hope the weather's a little nicer to bring the Camaro over there. That's for sure. Rock Butter says, afternoon, Eric. Christmas in March. Let me see here. Zinner says, I can open boxes with my gravity guitar pick. I bet those things are like a soft cutting knife. And he says it's too thick to use. Yeah, I've got a couple of them too, and I found I found they're a little too thick as well. I gave them to Eric Jr. and he's been playing them. He likes them. He likes a bit of a thicker pick. And no problem, Jamie. It's all good, my friend. There'll be many other events like that for sure. All right, so let's get to the bottom of this one here. I can see who it's from. Nice little familiar logo, Daddario. And I had Rob Cunningham on the show I think it was last Friday. And he was a great guest. I really enjoyed having him on the show. All right, so let's be careful with this knife again, right, guys? Where is the seam on this thing? All right, let's just get to it. I'm just going to slice through it. Hopefully not my leg. And not my new chair. Just get a new chair and have to dispose of it. All right, it's going to be a minute. Okay, I'm doing my best. We should actually have a medic standing by. Poison ivy. I never really thought about that. Although one of my good friends is a bass player. He works up in my little town here. He's a paramedic. So I should actually alert him when I do these unboxings, because I could just have him at a quick phone call. He could be here to assist with a tourniquet. Oh, this is sweet. Okay, so it is from Daddario. Let's go through here in no particular order. The NS Artist Capo. Very, very nice. This will be really cool on my acoustic. This looks like a very well built. Look at that. That's got really nice action on it. Try to do it this way so you can see. Very, very nice spring action. So this is from Rob Cunningham. Rob at Daddario. Thank you, Daddario. Thank you so very, very much. Right on. This is cool. And I think Sinner's getting to, he says, NYXL. I bet you. I wouldn't be surprised. What do we got here? Oh, this is cool. NS Micro Tuner. For guitar, bass, mandolin, ukulele, and banjo. That's pretty cool. A headstock tuner. That will come in handy for sure. Try to show that close up. That's awesome, man. This is good stuff. God, I love being a talk show host. Daddario Guitar Pro Winder. Very, very nice. And it's got some nice clippers on there as well, too. I have a pair of... these were my dad's, given to me years ago, and I still swear by them. These are trusty. I think they were snap-on, and those are what I use for all my guitar work as far as that. But this is going to be nice to have more of a micro pair that are dedicated for that exact purpose, with the addition of a string winder on there as well, too. And I do use string winders. I like it. And then a peg puller for your acoustic as well, too, by the looks of it. Yeah, includes a bridge pin puller. Nice. Like it. Very nice. Very, very heavy duty, too. I'll jump back over to the chat in a moment, guys. Oh, and I think Cinder's right. The NYXL. And I was just goofing with Rob when he was on the show. I said, what does the NYXL stand for? New York? And of course, it is, because they're based out of New York. This is nice. I like this. I'm going to be doing, I've got 5 sets of strings here. I'm going to do up all the Wolf. Well, I've got more than 5 guitars here, obviously, but I'm going to do up a bunch of the Wolfgangs at least. And maybe throw on a set on maybe the Stripe series back there as well, too. And I think he sent me let me see here. Where does it say the gauge? He knows what I like anyways. I'm sure it's probably the 9-42. Yeah, USA made, right in New York. This is a nice package. This is pretty cool. You have to see these in person. Very, it's like a rubbery texture. Like, this actually is the coolest texture I've ever seen. You can't appreciate it when you see it here, but it's rubbery. Very, very cool. Yeah, 9-42. So very awesome. Appreciate that, Rob. Thank you. Wicked cool. It is like Christmas in July. Oh, now this is something else. This is the epicness as far as I'm concerned. Daddario Planet Waves American Stage Instrument Cable, 15 feet. And that's what he was saying he recommended. He said, because I play 20s and I even got a couple 25 foot, like just, generic cables back there. But he was saying 15 feet is kind of the sweet spot for the proper impedance and everything. And it looks like I've got 2 of them. This is great. So this couldn't be better timing to go with the pedal board project that I'm working on back there. This is going to be absolutely amazing. One of these will actually plug right into the pedal board. There's an actual jack on the pedal board that will run into my pedals, which is nice. And then I'll have a spare here as well because I'm using the pedal snake to go back out to the amp. But this stuff, I've never owned a Planet Waves cable. I never have, and I've always wanted to try them. And he was saying how when they developed this, there was that special tip that they designed. It looks a little different than a normal tip. Try to show you closer. And the reason for that, I love the smell of, you know what, I've got to do the new smell test. You got to love new guitar parts. New guitars and new guitar parts, rubber, whatever, awesome. Got to do the smell test. That tip was designed so it would universally fit every guitar, because you notice sometimes you're playing your guitar, you go to your buddy's house, you grab their cable and plug it in, whatever, and it just falls out of your guitar, or they don't always make good connection, or you bump it. This will fit just about everything snugly, not to the point where you have to reef on it to put it in or out, but it will. The connection is concise every single time, or is perfect every single time. So very, very cool. I'm quite happy with this. I'm ecstatic. As a matter of fact, later on tonight when I'm done working, I have to get back to work right after this presentation here, and I'm going to plug in an amp and a guitar and give these a try. I'm very ecstatic about these. I'm very thankful for these. I'm very thankful for everything else here as well too. Those are going to be a welcomed treat. The guitars are going to love that today. The micro tuner, for those just joining in, that's going to be really handy. I've never really used headstock tuners, so and it's a multiple calibration, mounts in front or behind the headstock, reversible color display. That's really awesome. So I'm assuming it takes like a little watch battery of some sort. There's a better picture on the back to show you what it's like. Very cool, very cool. Go back to the cutters here. We got the cutters with the string winder and the capo. Very nice quality stuff. Includes NS micro tuner bracket. Oh, that's cool. So that bracket, so when you have the capo on, you could mount the tuner to the bracket to the capo, which is nice. So very, very cool. If I'm playing acoustic stuff, or even using it on the electric as well too, I can mount the tuner to it. Very, very cool. I like that. And see that? That's the very cool thing. A Ned Steinberger design. See that in the bottom there? And that's very cool because Rob Cunningham worked very closely with Ned Steinberger on a few projects, so this is probably one of them. And this could very well be one of the package designs that Rob has designed. I don't know. I know Rob was very influential, actually was very directly responsible for a lot of packaging designs too, so I'm curious to see which ones he had some input on, but that's part of his job as the artist relations manager and marketing guy at D'Addario. So guys at D'Addario, Rob and the whole team there, thank you very much for the box of goodies today. Very, very nice. They're going to go to good use for sure. They will be used and loved. Thank you again to the team at Strymon for sending me the OJ, and Jody at Pedal Snake, and Rick at Idea Bench. Nice. Very, very nice. This was all I was waiting for. There is one more thing coming, actually. There's some other cables coming from Pedal Snake to run from the OJ to some of the pedals. I do have some of them here now that I can use, but there's going to be different ones that are going to be... I don't think any of them are going to be having the right angles on them for certain pedals. Certain pedals I want right angles, power adapters, certain ones I don't. But the cool thing is about this, you're not going to see one wire on that board. I've seen a lot of other people with pedal boards, they go out and buy these new pedal boards, and then it's just a complete utter disaster because they've got these cables all over the place and everything. Nothing's going to be seen on that thing. All you're going to see is the tops of pedals, and that's it. You're not going to see things... what's the word I'm looking for? Zip tied down. They're going to be properly fastened with the Dynalock. And if I have the Dynalock within reach here, which I do not, I can't reach it. I was going to show you the Dynalock material, but I've showed you that on the show before anyways, as an alternative to Velcro. So that's going to be very, very nice. Okay, let's scroll back up and see where I left off, and then I'm going to be letting you guys all go very soon. 21 watching right now, 7 thumbs up. Well appreciated and respected. Thank you so much. Let me see here. So Michael Bishop was joining saying, hello, Eric and all. So send her guest right on the NYXL. I wonder if that's how you pronounce them. I think I call them Nixel. Just NYXLs, I guess, New York XLs. I wonder if what the full name is of that. Phoenix River says, don't hurt yourself with that weapon, Darren Moore. Hey there, everyone jumping in late, but I can stay for a bit. No problem, Darren. It's not going to be long. And Darren, I'll be in touch with you for Saturday. I'm going to arrange to I'll probably pick you up, and we'll hang around and see what's happening in Michigan. Adam saying, hey everyone, and Adam, was nice talking to you on the phone tonight. Adam and I had a nice, probably a 30-minute phone call talking about gear and the EP booster and things like that, just the talk show, which is very, very cool. Nice to talk to some of you in person as well. Your mom saying, hey kids, always nice to see your mom. And for people that don't see what's going on in the chat, your mom is actually a name of a person in the chat. And it's very cool. We always get a kick, Sandra Lee and I always get a kick on some of the names. They make you giggle or chuckle. There's one guy, actually, is a very cool dude. He went up and bought a Lunchbox 2 on my recommendation. And the first time I read his name, sometimes I'll read names on the show, and I say them so fast because I don't understand them. His name is Fart I Kill Noobs. Right? Is that right, Poison Ivy? It was a very, very funny name, and I didn't pronounce it like that the first time. I thought, that's a weird name. Turns out he's a fan of the show, and he bought a lunchbox on my recommendation. So, hey, that's fantastic. Let me see here. Center with the products from Daddario, you can log onto their site and enter the codes. You collect points for freebies. Yeah, I remember that actually. When I worked in the music store years ago, we sold Daddario products, and you can cash them in for bonus points and stuff like that. So very, very nice. Let me see. Jamie says, save the codes for Daddario swag. I used to use an NYXLs religiously and was able to get a cool jacket and bar stool. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, I'll just do that for sure. It's nice when these companies like that reward you for using a product that you like already anyways, and then you can turn it back in for some more product. It's kind of like you go to some of these coffee shops or sub shops, stuff like that. You get 10 subs and then you get a 11th one free with a little stamp. That's pretty neat. So here's the only Rick James. I get some emails from him once in a while. They're really, really nice, and I appreciate that. Some good feedback from him for sure. He says, hey, Eric, how are you doing? Came home from work just a few minutes ago, and what was in the mail? I wasn't able to see everything from the beginning. No problem. You can go back and rewind after, even if you have to get back to work, whatever. Just check it out later on tonight. Some cool stuff from Daddario and from some product from Strymon, which is very, very nice. So thank you for joining. And Poison Ivy is saying nice as well, too. So I know she's always excited just as much as I am when we see stuff come in that has EVH gear discussion on the address, which is pretty nice. Let me see here. And Adam says, time for a nice battery-operated string winder. Actually, Sinner sent me one. It was a Dunlop one, I believe, and it wasn't for me. It was for the big prize package last fall. And I'm pretty sure that was a Dunlop one. Is that correct, Sinner? That was like a gun, like a cordless drill type of thing, but on a very low RPM. Let me see here. Senator says the cutter's working great for most strings, however, not so good with bass strings. No, they wouldn't with bass strings, and you can tell that it's more geared for guitar. Excuse me, maybe some of your thin gauge bass strings, but Harry Evans says, hey, Eric, sunny and windy in California today. Yeah, when I was in California for NAMM there in the middle of January, it was my first experience of LA, and I did not like it as far as the weather. I only had the one day Saturday, and the only time I really got to experience what was nice was on the balcony. Did a couple interviews out there with Adam Reaver and Liquid Charlie, and that's where I got to feel the sunshine. It was maybe 70 some odd degrees. It was pretty nice. Other than that, it was almost as bad as what the weather is here in Canada today. Almost. Let me see here. Darren says, okay, cool, Eric, thank you for the update. And Adam is saying he loves the EP Booster Killer Pedal. JJ Collins says, hi, everyone. Poison Ivy's giving thumbs up. And Adam says, I got to get one. So, yeah, what I'm going to be doing later on, actually, I'm very, very busy this week. Building websites like crazy. I'm working on a music site right now that I'll be able to share with you once I can. It's for a client, so I don't want to give any personal information on that, but building that, seeing another client as well tonight, and then doing this video back here. As you can see, it's very hard to see my cameras here, but I got a whole whack of cameras. I even got a GoPro inside that, so we're going to have some really neat angles. I'll be doing some green screen off over here as far as some talking head stuff, and I think it's going to be a really good video. I've and I'm getting scripts approved between the various parties, between Peddle Snake and Idea Bench. Really looking forward to it. So show tomorrow night at 9:00. It's gonna be fun. There may be a schedule change, or maybe a guest change tomorrow. We're working on rescheduling with a guest, but the show will be going on as planned at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And looking forward to seeing Seduce in Detroit this weekend. Big thank you, Dave Friedman. I was talking to him shortly before the show, and for inviting me to come to that. Not only that, but letting me bring some friends. So fantastic. I'm very honored that you would do that, and thankful. So it is 18 people watching now, 14 thumbs up. Thank you so very, very much. Like I said earlier too, if you're just tuning in now, if you'd like this cool ringer t-shirt from Van Halen, go to vanhalenstore.com, get your very own. The link is in the description as well. And I thought I had the webpage open. I forget what the price was on it, but just follow it through there and they'll give you the best deal there is on it there. And if you get a chance to communicate with the Van Halen store, tell them that Eric from EVH Gear Discussion sent you, and I know he'll be very happy to hear that I was a referral. Really, really nice. Speaking of Van Halen store, next week there's a box coming in from them too. I have no idea what's in it. It's going to be some goodies, I'm sure. So looking forward to that. And of course, we'll be here to do some more unboxing as well too. I don't think there's too much else that I'm expecting in the mail. If people want to send stuff along just for fun, whether it's fan stuff or whatever, or for just, Kevin Landorf, buddy of mine, he sent something along. Send me an email to fanmail@evhgeardiscussion.com, and I'll give you a post office box where you can fire stuff off to. I'll not only open it on the air, I'll thank you, and I'll treasure whatever it is. As long as it's not a severed head of a cow or a horse or something, I'll open just about anything on the air, and no powder substances, nothing like that. But anything other than that, I'm game to open it on the air. And it can't be inflatable, and it can't be adult related. It has to be somewhat family friendly, okay? Because there are some kids that watch this stuff. A beach ball's cool. I'll take that. Or I'll take an inflatable Van Halen guitar. But anything else that may be inflatable, no thanks. Let me see here. Adam is, Cutter Savage is saying, heading there now for the shirt. Fantastic. That's what I'd love to hear. Jeff Hausman, got another customer coming. That's fantastic. Let me see. Sinner says it was an Ernie Ball string winder, and I do remember that now. I wasn't sure if it's Dunlop or Ernie Ball. I don't even know if Dunlop makes one, but I was thinking Dunlop for some reason. And Phoenix River says that Van Halen store is about 15 miles from my house here in Scottsdale. Very nice, Scottsdale, Arizona. And Adam is saying the EP on the 18 volt is the bomb buddy. I bet, because the higher headroom you have, obviously the nicer it's going to be. JJ Collins, I'm not sure if I said and mentioned your name. He says, hello, everyone. And that's the best one ever right there. Sandra Lee says, stop giving them ideas. I know it's coming now. It's going to be an inflatable Betty or something coming my way. I hope not. That's one thing I don't need around here. But anyways, thank you so much, everyone. You got shirts. Are you talking to me? Is that talking to me? Send along shirts. I always love t-shirts. It's funny. We watch some of these YouTube channels with the boy, and he watches this one channel. It's not exactly appropriate, but I mean, what is these days? And I monitor it with him, and there's things I'll turn the volume off and I'll turn the TV off when the guy says something inappropriate. This iDubbbz guy, millions of followers, whatever. But, he does fan unboxings all the time. One of the things he likes is t-shirts. He says, I'll keep the t-shirts all the time. So, yeah, feel free to send some t-shirts in. I take a large, no problem. But, it's interesting. What idea? I said, don't be sending inflatables. And I said, okay. And, you can read between the lines what I'm saying there. But I'll take beach balls and things like that, or, an air mattress. And actually, yeah, you know what? I just got a text message, and I always have to credit people when ideas come up. This isn't my idea. I just had a text message off to my left. It's from Poison Ivy. She says we should do a t-shirt giveaway. Yes, we should do a t-shirt giveaway, and I will do that very, very soon. And let me see here. All right, yep, it's a perfect idea. I'll get a couple more I'll order some from the Van Halen store. And a lot of times what I do here too, this is something that maybe some people don't know. Yes, I am sponsored by the Van Halen store, and I'm very, very thankful for that. But usually when I do giveaways, anything that comes from the Van Halen store that's a giveaway, I purchase myself. I don't ask for a freebie from Jeff and to give it away. He has contributed before a few things, but also I've bought some things as well too. So I want you, to know that it's a meaningful gift from myself, and then of course from the great store like Van Halen store. So I'll pick up a couple really cool, neat things, and I'll get those available to you. There's been a lot of demand for the EVH Gear Discussion shirts that you saw me wearing at NAMM. Now, I'm not going to get the embroidery designs, because unless I just get them done without a person's name on them, because they can be very expensive. But Sandra Lee said we should get them done just like the silk screen and things like that. And I'm going to probably put that into the store soon. It's going to be a lot of merchandise coming. I'm going to have everything from coffee cups, mugs like you see me actually right here. There's going to be a new version of this one coming soon. I'm going to have it in black and in white. So very, very cool. I love this cup. I use it all the time. Very tall. Fit a whole can of pop in there. Great size coffee mug. Gonna have wristbands, stickers galore, all that kind of stuff, goodies, everything you can think of that's gonna have a logo on it. I'm gonna have it on the evhgeardiscussion.com website. So listen, I don't think we need the EVH Gear Discussion shirts. Adam is saying. And only Rick James is saying, I hope EVH comes to Germany again. It's been a long time since his last visit. Who knows? Maybe this new tour that's looking better and better to be happening. Maybe it may be a world tour. That would be phenomenal. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see that a tour of the world again be phenomenal. It's very hard to say. Let's get the tour happening first, and then we'll see what the geography lays out in front of them. But just to do last few minute plugs, be sure to check out the website, evhgeardiscussion.com, and from there you can visit all the different entities. I'd love to see some more people following over on Instagram. My account's doing pretty good, the Eric Broadbent solo account, but I'd love to see some more fans that like the show and would like to support the show. It shows me that you enjoy the show just by following. So follow EVH Discussion. There's no gear in the middle of that one. It wouldn't fit. EVH Discussion on Instagram. Would love to see a few new friends pop up on there. And I try to share some exclusive stuff there once in a while. But again, like I say, on the website, you can find links to all the profiles and, join the mailing list, which is really cool as well, too. Send out some exclusive content that way, and you get to know about a few things before the general public does. And the iTunes podcast. Still doing that as well, too. evhgeardiscussion.com/iTunes will take you right to iTunes where you can subscribe and get some cool insight there. Last episode, I did 5 tips for getting out of a guitar rut. And I also talked about the impending Van Halen tour, if there's going to be such a thing, and my thoughts and my wishes for it. It's a really cool story. I think it's the most popular one of my episodes I've done so far, at least by what the graph is showing on there. So fantastic. Huge thank you again, once again, the folks at Strymon, Jody Page at Peddle Snake, Rick and Joanno at Idea Bench. Watch for a really cool video from me coming very, very soon on the Idea Bench back there. Looking forward to it. And I want to thank everyone else, too, for sharing their positive feedback on the look of the studio. I know you can't quite see it 100% here yet. I'll try and tip the camera a little bit. Let's have a look. It's a massive wall back there now. The entire wall is blacked out. I'm getting new lighting and everything in here as well, too. So it's coming along pretty good. I'm going to be really expanding on the look of the show. So I hope you like it. Got the 2 lunchbox back there and working on it every day, as a matter of fact. So listen, everyone. So Saturday I got to test drive the new EMG passive active pups. I get to test drive. Okay, that's from Sinner. You have to tell me about that for sure when I see you Saturday night. And I'm going to be in touch with everybody that I'm meeting with you in Michigan. And I'll arrange to we'll meet up ahead of time as well. And we'll have some fun before the show. It should be a lot of fun. Everyone, have a great Thursday afternoon. It's almost a weekend. I've been talking way too long, as I always say, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you for joining me for this brief afternoon What's in the Mail edition. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and most everyone here that's in the chat has. So thank you so very, very much. 15 thumbs up, 20 watching. I appreciate it. You guys all have a fantastic afternoon, and I'm going to get back to work here, clean off my desk, and I'll turn it over to the little man. He's going to tell us what his name is and what he's playing, and we'll see you real soon. Happy weekend, everyone. See you soon. Cheers.
My name is Eric, and I'm playing left-hand guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs.